Okay, how we doing, folks? Today is Sunday, June 5th, 2016, giving you the recap of Game 2 of the NBA Finals. That game coming to a merciless ending in that one. Golden State blowing the doors off the Cleveland Cavaliers. Basically, from the end of the first quarter on, it was still somewhat competitive going into the half, only 8 points because Cleveland built up some equity early on in the first quarter. And then as well early on in the second quarter, but they got outscored the final three quarters, and they were outscored by almost, it wasn't 10 for all three quarters because in the fourth quarter, or no, it was. They got outscored 10 in the second quarter, 12 in the third quarter, 13 in the fourth quarter. That's terrible. That was just a butchering, is what happened. They got just completely demolished in this game. Let's put it this way: Cleveland was up 21-19 at the end of the first quarter. Through the rest of the game, they got outscored 91 to 56. It's not good enough. Just not good enough for Cleveland. They were uninspired. They were playing sloppy. Kevin Love got hurt, went out of the game. I don't know how much that factored into it, but it just turnovers. Now, you look at the turnover situation. They had 17. Now, granted, they were playing garbage time, for a good amount of the fourth quarter. If not the entire fourth quarter, you could probably just say it was garbage time, but you certainly have to take that into account. The thing is, Golden State did not play particularly well either. Golden State had 20 turnovers. Now, again, we got to talk about the fact that they built up a big lead. It's easy to get complacent, easy to get sloppy, especially when Cleveland's feeding right into their hands playing the same way. But there was no reason for the Cleveland Cavaliers to lose this game by 33 points. Just none whatsoever. LeBron James, 7 of 17, 19 points, did have 8 rebounds and 9 assists, so he was close to a triple-double, 4 steals again. But I thought he needed to be more aggressive. He wasn't when things are not going right. When they're going on that big run, like Golden State, that is going on a big run like they did in the second quarter. I think he's got to take charge, and he's got to do more to stop the tie, because Kyrie Irving is not playing well. 10 points on 5 of 14 shooting. He's been lost this entire finals. Kevin Love's out of the game. LeBron James is the guy who's been there. He's done that. He's won the championship, and he's got to carry this team when things are going wrong. Richard Jefferson good off the bench with 12 points, but even he was really the only guy who did anything off the bench. Dellavedova had 7. He had at least 5 points, I believe, though, in the garbage time. Amon Shumpert got 3. That was early. It was just not good by Cleveland. Just a bad look altogether. Draymond Green torched them in this game. 28 points, 7 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 of 8 from behind the arc. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson got it back for whatever you want to say. They only played a combined 56 minutes between the both of them. Curry with 25. 18 points, 7 of 11 shooting, 4 of 8 from downtown. 6 of 13 shooting, 4 of 8 from downtown for Klay Thompson. So a combined 35 points, which is much better considering what had happened off of Game 1. But they were luckily able to certainly find their groove again. Andre Iguodala, very good. Sean Livingston, solid off the bench, nowhere near the game he had in Game 2, but he still played well. Had a couple big buckets, in M1. Anytime Cleveland looked like they might consider making a run, it ended there. Leandro Barbosa got a few hoops. He had like 3 layups, but that all came in garbage time, and you could see that Cleveland clearly had just given up at that point. Like we said, as we move forward in this series, I expected Golden State to handle the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6 games. I expected more from Cleveland. I thought they'd get one of these 2 in Golden State. I thought they had a shot in Game 1. They obviously didn't capitalize, and they just did not come to play tonight here in Game 2. However, like we said, Golden State has not played particularly well. Curry and Thompson were not great in the first game. In this game, I think a lot of it got out of hand when Cleveland was just sloppy in the third and fourth quarters. Golden State, they had that big second quarter where they outscored them by 10, but they do that. That's what Golden State will do. They'll go on runs on you. So I don't want to act like Golden State was playing poorly. They won by 33 points. So before Golden State Warrior fans start jumping down my throat, I'm not acting like they weren't good in this game. What I'm saying is they weren't necessarily efficient. They did have 20 turnovers. They came out a little slow. So I'm just saying Golden State can play better if that would make you all feel better. Obviously Cleveland can play better as well, but Cleveland is down 0-2. It's going to be interesting to see. This may, I don't ever want to fall in the trap of acting like things are over, but Cleveland is showing no life. They're not getting anything done offensively. Their defense is slow. You would expect things like that would pick up at home, but they're just getting shut down on the inside. Andrew Bogut, we did a player focus on him. He's been playing well. Tristan Thompson, let's see. He only had 5 rebounds in this game to Andrew Bogut's 6. That's fine. If he out-rebounds Tristan Thompson every night, they'll be happy with that. Bogut had 5 blocks as well, but they're not getting the points in the paint, Cleveland or. Their defense is slow. Golden State is really only required to make one pass before they have an open shot, and your defense has got to, especially in the finals, your defense has got to force extra passes at least, especially against this Warrior team. So I don't know what's going to go on. Again, we've seen it many times with ESPN where things look bleak, and I think they've overreacted. So people, I don't certainly want to fall into that trap, but this is just not looking good for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not seeing anything where. Even the matchups where I thought they'd have an advantage in the forward play, Kevin Love is not playing great. LeBron James is really not playing great, and Harrison Barnes and Iguodala and Draymond Green have certainly answered the bell. Tristan Thompson is getting outplayed by Andrew Bogut. So we talked about the guard play, how good I thought it was in favor of Golden State. Well, even the matchups that I thought were in favor of Cleveland are going Golden State's way. That's why they're up 2-0, and we'll see what Cleveland can muster when they head back to the Great Lakes area. But it's looking bad, and they've got to be sharper offensively. They've got to start converting on the inside, and their defense has just got to be better. So the next game will be, I believe, Wednesday, because they have the extra day off in between. So, June 8th, which is Wednesday. So as soon as that game is over on June 8th, we will give you the recap of that one. Hopefully this series gets extended a little bit, just selfishly, so I can do a couple more videos before the season ends. But until then, remember, we appreciate all subscriptions, and be sure to enjoy the next couple days. Thank you so much.